the TALOS suit. Welcome to the future, kiddo. So what exactly is the TALOS suit? Well, that's what I'm here to tell you today. So the first thing that we'll want to know about before we go into the details is just the basics of what this suit is and what it can do. Alright, so if you run through this diagram with me, I will show you exactly how the TALOS suit works. So basically the biggest problem for our soldiers right now is guns. The enemy shoots at us with them, we take casualties, some of them are killed, some of them are injured. So what this suit does is it protects you against bullets and explosives. So say goodbye to these things, because they aren't going to do anything. So how this is possible is that they're battery powered with a generator, which is both a good and a bad thing, because it means that the user doesn't have to do as much. But this is vulnerable to electromagnetic pulse, which means that it shuts down electronics, basically. And also another important thing that you guys might want to know is that there's plans to be the light and heavy versions of these, just to cater to different types of operations. There's not too much info on that yet, though. So one of the greatest concerns from Lord Emperor Hurst during the research of this suit is how it would affect human interactions. So just saying this now, it's not going to affect civilian life at all. There's no way you're ever going to see a civilian wearing military technology during your everyday life. The only chance of this happening is a highly secret black market and a criminal buying it. That's it. However, for military life, this is completely different. If you pay attention to military tactics, soldiers are never running out towards each other. They're staying behind cover, moving from cover to cover, shooting from cover. They don't want to risk their lives. They would rather stay behind that wall that's keeping them safe from enemy fire than run out and get themselves hurt or killed. So you see, the difference that this suit makes is that they're not risking their lives when they charge out into that field and get shot at. They're not going to get injured, they're not going to get killed. They're wearing a suit that's bulletproof and explosive proof. And this could indirectly cause overall lower regard to human life than there is already. And it's pretty easy to see why there'd be a lower regard for human life. What's the point in being concerned about casualties when you can send these people in bulletproof and explosive-proof suits to just charge at the enemy without even having to worry about their own life? What's the point in worrying about casualties or deaths or injuries if you think there's no chance that it's going to happen? In terms of American society, things wouldn't really change on this side either. Life would still be normal here, and there wouldn't need to be any new laws, because your average Steve isn't going to go out and buy a military-grade suit. Even if it was for sale, it'd probably be incredibly overpriced, so we couldn't get access to it. It's incredibly likely that we'll see these suits on military either, because most of them aren't involved in criminal activities on our country. That's this police's job, and it's very unlikely that the SWAT team will have access to these at the stage it's at right now. So I think it's safe to say that this won't affect society in any way. Now, one of the biggest and most important questions is, can a technology be a threat to humanity? For this one, it's a yes and a no. Well, this technology, by its nature, is meant to be used for combat. So yes, it's a threat to humanity in that way, but it's not really big enough of a threat to warrant not having it. It's probably going to save more lives than it'll end, just due to it being new armor instead of a new weapon. And also on top of this, because it's a military technology, it's gonna be guarded by them. So it's gonna be a lot safer than it would if it was a civilian technology that was this dangerous. And also, there's no worrying about it being hacked because it's not completely robotic and there's no AI in it yet. Because there's no AI, though, the only time there should be a threat is if you're actually facing off against it in combat. If AI ever happens, though, Terminators are going to take over and kill all of us. But thankfully, it doesn't seem to be the case. Well, this is about all the information about the Talos suit I've had for you guys today. I hope you've learned something. I hope Lord Emperor Mr. Hurst has learned something. And I hope I get a good grade on this. That's about it. Have a good one.